May 13th. Hope you all had a great weekend, great Mother's Day. Recap of yesterday, it was one of those games again. It was a blowout. It did get close to the fourth quarter, but it was one of those games. We had back-to-back blowouts with Saturday's game as well, with Knicks getting blown out by 40 points. We shouldn't be having blowouts in NBA playoffs, to be honest. At least 10 years ago, 5 years ago, we didn't have blowouts. But NBA has been very weird this season. So hopefully we can bounce back today. Some of you, hopefully you guys took advantage of the promo, the $100 match from PrizePicks yesterday. You should have got some promo funds and not some protected plays as well. I did take advantage of that, so I'll be using that. I do have a 5-man for NBA and 5 for MLB. Obviously, it's not guaranteed, especially with the ways you're going with NBA right now. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with NBA. And I'm going to go with a couple fantasy scores. I'm just going to stick to the stars. First one I'll be taking is Donovan Mitchell at 45.5. Obviously, he's a go-to guy for the Cavaliers, so I'll be taking the over on him. Next up for fantasy score I'll be taking is Shai Alexander. He's stepped it up a notch since the playoffs started, especially in this round against the Mavericks. I do have him projected to get over 60. You can also look at his rebounds at 7. He's been a rebound king. But it did get bumped from 7.5 to 7, so you can also look at his push equity on rebounds. I like his fantasy score. I think the Thunder are going to take a 3-2 lead in this one, and it's going to start with Shai. Third leg I'll be taking is Daniel Gafford, and he's been playing well lately, especially in the past 2 games. And I'm going to be targeting his points and assists at, I believe it's at 11. We do have that push equity. Daily Grind Fantasy does have it at 53% hit rate, but we already know how that went with yesterday with Aaron Gordon. We took him on a 59.8% hit rate with Daily Grind Fantasy to go under, and he soared over. So even with the model or sportsbooks betting sites or tools like Daily Grind Fantasy or Outlier or OddsJam, they're not guaranteed. They're just tools there to help you. But obviously, we're going to take Daniel Gafford over points and assists. Fourth leg I'll be taking, and this is going to be a gut call, at least on my end. Daily Grind Fantasy does have it at 52% hit rate to go over, but it's going to be a gut call on my end. You can fade this. I'm going to be taking Josh Giddey's points, but I'm going to be taking his demon points. I do have him going over his regular line. It's just 1 point more. He's been averaging close to 10 points. He's not much of a scorer in the playoffs, but I think he can get the 8 points against the Mavericks. I think the Thunder are going to come out and try to take a 3-2 lead here. And I think Giddey's going to be one of those key role players to get those 8 points. And my final leg I'll be taking is Jalen Williams. And I'm going to be taking his rebounds and assists. We do have that push equity at 10. He's gone over 4 of 5. Past 10, he has gone over 8 of 10. In this matchup against the Mavericks, past couple of games, he's only missed once. He had that 8. But other than that, he has 10 and 14 respectively. I have him projected to get 12 in this one. And that rounds up my top 5 for NBA. You can mix and match, pick your favorite. I mean, even if you pick one, I provided some value. So you got Mitchell, Shai over fantasy, Gafford over points and assists, Giddey over points. You can take his regular line or his demon, and then Jalen Williams over rebounds and assists. You can also look into Luka and Kyrie Irving, but they've been double teaming Luka. And then Kyrie Irving, if you do take his prop, I only like his second half props. When they do come up, he is a second half player. Let's head on over to MLB, where I have 5 good props. And we're going to go back to the 2 cash cow guys that went for us is Shota and Managa for pitcher strikeouts. And I'm going to be taking Yoshi Yamamoto's fantasy score. I expect that to get bumped closer to game time. You can also look at his strikeouts at 6. I just like his fantasy score just for the fact that I think I do have the Dodgers winning money line. Third leg for this is Dakota Hudson. And for him, I'm going to be taking his pitching outs. I do have him going under 5 innings. Going against the Padres. Padres just got 2 of 3 of the Dodgers. Are playing good ball right now. They did get the newly acquisition Luis Arraez. So I got Dakota Hudson under 15.5. Just needs 5 innings. Hopefully he doesn't go 5 1/3, 5 2/3. He'll chalk this line, but I have him projected to get 5 innings or less. So I'll be taking the under on that. Fourth leg I'll be taking is Spencer Arrighetti, and I'm going to be taking his hits allowed. It is at 4.5. Going against Oakland, I think a lot of people are overlooking Oakland. I know they're not playing very well. Actually, the past 2 weeks they've been playing great. I know the start of the season they're probably one of the worst teams in the MLB, but the past 2 weeks they've been playing great ball. They're close to 500, believe it or not. They're in the middle of the American League West standings in that division. So I'm going to be taking the over on that. Spencer Arrighetti is a rookie pitcher. His ERA is fairly high at over 4, and I think Oakland should get those 5 hits fairly easily against a AAA pitcher. And my final leg I'll be taking is Reynaldo Lopez, and I'm going to be taking his pitcher strikeouts at 5 going against the Cubs. This should be a good pitching matchup. You got Shota Imanaga and Reynaldo Lopez. I think this is going to be a pitcher's duel into the 6th inning, and I think the strikeouts will be high on this. So that's a big reason why I'll be taking these 2 studs. And that completes my 5-man for MLB. Hopefully you guys got a protected play. You guys can mix and match, pick your favorite. So you got Imanaga and Reynaldo over strikeouts, Spencer Arrighetti over hits allowed, Dakota Hudson under pitching outs, and Yamamoto over pitching fantasy score. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. See you guys in the next one.